continues with his drive to lure investors and revive an ailing economy ahead of a ratings review. The minister is meeting with local and foreign business leaders to tackle issues contributing to our fiscal misfortunes. Earlier today, he told Parliament's Public Enterprises Committee that state capture continues to haunt state-owned entities. Let's go back now to Samkele Maseko in Sandton ahead of that meeting tonight. Samkele, good evening once again. So what are the expectations of Pravin Gordhan tonight?
The Minister of Public Enterprises will speak about the economy. Standard & Poor's last week Friday downgraded South Africa to junk status. The Minister will touch on those issues and the power utility, the recruitment, the recovery plan for the state-owned enterprises, breaking it up into 3 different divisions, and the new group CEO that has been announced. But I'm going to bring in the Ambassador of America to South Africa, Ambassador Lana Marks, to speak about this particular event. Ambassador, the American Chamber of Commerce speaking to South African business people and also the Minister of Public Enterprises. What message can the Americans drive to South Africans today, and can our Minister drive to you?
The message that we give to South Africa today and heralded in this magnificent event to celebrate Thanksgiving is about increasing our already robust relationship together. We're going to increase trade. We're going to increase investment. This is an incredible time between our 2 countries. It can only increase jobs. It can increase prosperity. We're going to work very closely together with President Ramaphosa. I have a mandate. We're so thrilled to be working with him, and we can only see great prosperity for both going forward.
Ambassador, your work with President Ramaphosa comes at a time this year where the American government has also imposed sanctions on the Gupta brothers, notorious for alleged state capture in the country, and their associate Salim Assa. Where the prior discussions between the South African government and the American government before these sanctions were imposed on the Guptas?
You know, as I mentioned, there's a robust relationship between South Africa and the United States, and there's many, many government organizations that have total cooperation, and we wanted to assist in any way we could, and not just with the Guptas, but with anything across the board. We're here, we're ready and able and willing to help with everything. But as far as the Guptas were concerned, this was one way that we could help South Africa addressing the horrific corruption and state capture that's gone on with the Guptas in South Africa. So we're delighted to work with South Africa on this. I had some pushing behind the scenes myself personally, so I'm really, really thrilled, and I'm so pleased by the response from South Africa, from President Ramaphosa, from the South African government. It's a very positive way of first addressing this terrible, terrible corruption that has really manifested itself in South Africa.
Ambassador, was this the first initiative for the sanctioning of the Guptas by the American government? Was the first step taken by the South African government, led by President Ramaphosa, or was it the American government who first came to South Africa and said we are imposing sanctions on the Guptas?
May I just say that we of the United States have worked very closely with the South Africans on this issue, and it's very positive. As I said, it's the first step in addressing major corruption in South Africa, and we in the United States are pleased to have assisted in the way we assisted.
Ambassador, South Africa is in doldrums economically. Our state-owned enterprises are ailing. The Minister of Public Enterprises is on a drive to reform these SOEs, SAA, and the state-owned enterprise, Eskom, the power utility. As the Americans, what can South Africa do to inspire confidence in our economy so that investment can come into the country?
That's a fantastic question. That is my mandate. That is my priority, to create trade and investment between the United States in South Africa, to create jobs. I feel that now that I finally got here after 2.5 years, everybody in Washington is excited. We're going to vastly, enormously increase trade and investment in South Africa, with South Africa. I think this is a positive step for South Africa with the United States. Things are going to soar. It's in the right direction.
When can we expect an official state visit from President Donald Trump to Pretoria, to the Union building?
Thank you for that wonderful question. As I said, President Trump told me personally in November 2016, when I became his candidate, he said, you know, Lana, Cape Town is so beautiful. It's just wonderful. And I want nothing better than President Trump, Donald, to visit South Africa as soon as possible.
Are there any engagements from that front for him to visit President Cyril Ramaphosa at the Union building?
I still have to be credentialed. I look forward to that. And again, may I say, I look forward to President Trump. It's my greatest wish for him to visit South Africa as soon as possible.
On a lighter note, Ambassador, your message here tonight, what will you be saying to the various business people, the American business people and the South African business people gathered here tonight?
South Africa is a magnificent country to increase trade and investment. All our government agencies already have a robust relationship. I'm going to highlight many of these agencies and businesses that already exist in South Africa. American companies already form 10% of South Africa's GDP. We have more than 600 companies already in South Africa working for a very long time. All our big giants of industry are already here. We employ already 200,000 South Africans. We're expanding already like crazy. We have the new Ford plant, which opened a week ago, directly employing 6,700 more workers. Indirectly with the motor supply chain could be up to 70,000 more jobs in South Africa. We want to do a lot more. This is the start. But we have had a very robust relationship already, and it's just going to increase like crazy. Anybody got any ideas? Whatever we can do to help, besides what we're going to do with investment trade, we're open for business.
What's your view of South Africa being downgraded by Standard & Poor's, one of the ratings agencies, last week Friday?
Let's get it back up again as quickly as possible.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so
and looking forward to engaging with you in the future.
Wonderful to meet you. Wonderful to be here tonight, and look forward to cutting the turkey with Minister Craven.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador Lana Marks. That is Ambassador Lana Marks from the United States to South Africa, saying that they have been working with the South African government to push for the sanctions that have been imposed on the Gupta brothers for what she says is the horrific state capture and the corruption malfeasance that took place at the hands of the Gupta brothers.
All right, well, let's see if Pravin Gordhan, that's Pravin Gordhan, has the magic words that might work this evening. Thank you so much, Kelly Maseko, and we'll keep an eye on what's happening there in Sandton. Still to come here on